I was invited to Epic Games HQ in North Carolina this week.
Never back down, never what?
While I can't share everything that we talked about, I can share that we got early access to the new Fortnite season. And I'm not just talking the Battle Pass, Sidekicks, emotes, I'm talking gameplay as well. This is a first look at the Simpsons in Fortnite. Starting off, we have the Battle Pass. On page number 1, we have Peels, the brand new sidekick, and this new traversal emote featuring the music from the intro of The Simpsons. Then up next, we have Marge's pickaxe, her emoticon, spray, back bling. When we go to the next page, you'll see that they found a way to include Maggie as a glider. As a fan of The Simpsons, I think they just nailed it. Epic was telling us how they work directly with Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, and it really shows. And then you'll see Witch Marge, super unique approach to her edit style, and they do the exact same thing with Homer. Just very creative, and you can tell that Epic was a big fan of The Simpsons, and they did it justice. Speaking of creativity, on page 3, Fortnite has their own little spin on a Simpsons skin. The 4th page of the Battle Pass has an edit style for him, and he looks amazing. But the 5th page has the best family-friendly content, Ned Flanders. His glider takes the spotlight here with a mustache and comb stuck in it. Page 6 has another edit style for Ned Flanders and an emote. And of course, the final page has Homer Simpson himself. The contrail being donuts is the perfect touch. This loading screen is a nod back to the original 2017 Fortnite cover art. We have Homer's glider. And then Homer Simpson himself. Going to the bonus rewards, we have the gold version of that glider, which also, if you look at the very top, changes the pizza to a crown. Homer's iconic line as an emoticon, a donut spray, then this emote as well.
I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer.
Next is another sidekick, and then Homer Simpson's edit style. In the last tab of the Battle Pass, the only thing that can be seen is this peely. And then I think I was the only one that did this, but I went to my locker and I just scrolled through all the recent emotes. And to my surprise, I found 2 really unique emotes that you guys are gonna wanna see. The first one is maps, but the best one is this. They finally added this trend to Fortnite. I didn't even think to swap to my icon skin and try it, but when it does come out in the new season, I'll be live and I'll be trying it. I also found some other things in my locker. We have a Krusty the Clown skin. Bart Simpson has an iconic skateboard emote. I also saw Homer's car with 3 decals. The first decal is the Krusty Burger. We have Radioactive Man, and then we have a classic Springfield Isotopes. Before we move on to the biggest thing, Sidekicks, here are all the Simpsons loading screens. Props to the Fortnite art team, these look incredible, and they actually have some hidden Easter eggs, some of which we'll see in-game later in the video. And now the moment everyone's been waiting for, Sidekicks. So how this works is when you buy a sidekick or you get it from the Battle Pass, when you press the 3 dots and hit customize, it'll take you to this screen right here. Every sidekick has a different set of categories to customize, but for the most part, they're as follows. You have the base color, the next category is accent, the 3rd category is eyes, the 4th category is pattern, and finally, the build. When you pick everything you're happy with, you press next step, and then you have to lock in your appearance. Once you lock this in, you cannot change it ever again. So then after locking it in, you get to pick the name, and you can actually see the name when you get in game, which we're going to show a little bit later on. Just to give you an idea of what's possible with customization, we're going to go through a bunch of different things. So we got the Raptor, Cuddle Team Leader here. We have the Fish. And right now I'm changing the pattern. But as you see, there's more things like detail, and it's changing the thing on his head right now. And you can even change the feathers themselves. A cool thing with certain dogs is you can change the ears. There's 3 options right there. Now, when you lock in your sidekick, there's then another level of customization when you hit edit styles. These aren't permanent, and you can always cycle between them. And a really cool note is all the different sidekicks all have about 3 different styles, meaning their own 3 unique outfits. On top of the style, there's also reactions. Reactions seem to appear when you pet your sidekick in-game. There may be other scenarios, but I only got a couple hours to play, so I didn't get to see everything. But let's go through each one. You have an orange heart right here, a red heart, a little bit of a pink one, yellow peely banana vibes, a blue celebration heart, and a heart that pops eggs. These reactions are the same for every sidekick so far. The only exception is the pink Cuddle Team Leader sidekick. That one has one extra reaction. Now moving on to the sidekick emote. This is another option that pops up in-game when you have it bound and you're looking at your sidekick. All the different sidekicks right now have one unique emote. Now the Peely Dog. Now the Pug. And here's another one. The Cuddle Team Leader. And another one. The other thing I noticed with sidekicks is when you're in-game and you perform certain actions, they will react. And you can also see your teammates' sidekicks, but enemies can't see yours and you can't see theirs. So with all that taken care of, we're jumping into my very first game of The Simpsons in Fortnite. This is the map this season, and I want you guys to pay attention to the best intro to a Battle Royale match in Fortnite history. Here it is. And if you look at the text on the red slurp, an Epic dev told me that changes every game and I didn't even notice it. But apparently there's an event that happens every game and that changes depending on what the text says. The text is the hint, so you know what's gonna pop up. For example, in this game, it says danger, zombies ahead. And if I'm not mistaken, that's referring to Marge, who will appear later in the game. And in other matches, it could be something different. So in the new season, the first thing you'll notice is the cell shading. It looks a lot better than I was expecting. Very fun, vibrant colors. Kind of gives you that old school Fortnite look, but still really feels true to The Simpsons. Another thing is the loot pool that you find is very bare bones, very kind of classic Fortnite. You've got a couple ARs, couple shotguns, couple pistols. And as you'll see right here, I picked up a brand new flopper. We're going to try that out in a sec. It's a blinky fish. So it gives you white health and, of course, that 0-point dash, which I'm utilizing right now. I realize right here I have no heals, so I got to kind of make a safe peek. But then I look at my inventory and I realize I don't have any shotgun ammo, so I need to disengage and I need to run away. I then spot the bush and figure I can make a counterplay. I get the knock, but unfortunately there's one more. I'm running low on mats, and again, still no shotgun ammo. So I officially decided to disengage so I can explore the map a little bit more. As I continue looting, I ran up a hill, and I just kind of got a good look at the map. Fortnite did such a great job with it. So these henchmen are back, which are for the radio towers. When you eliminate the main guy, he'll drop the key card, which you will then take, and then you can reveal the future storm circles. But also you'll notice I just picked up a brand new Simpsons revolver. My teammate picked up the key card. We're going to follow him to see what it's like to put it in. And then I'm going to show you guys the true power of this brand new revolver. It's insane. I run back up the hill, and now I'm standing on the Springfield sign, which obviously is a nod to the Hollywood sign, and look at what I do. The fire rate's insane with minimal damage drop-off. It is so good. So I gotta push that, and let's see what happens. I picked up the Chug Splashes. They're just a rebrand of the Fortnite ones. Another knock, another elimination, and that fight is done. continue putting that new revolver to good use, but then I get pressed by another player. I'm loving this revolver, so I'm kind of forcing shots. I get a little carried away focusing on an enemy, and I don't hear and get popped because someone was above me. But that's okay, because in the next game, we really get to see how much attention to detail Epic put into every single house. I enter in this one, get a knock right off the rip. And look how great everything looks. It matches the Simpsons vibe perfectly. And you'll see from the paintings on the wall, I'm in Ned Flanders' home. And of course, Ned Flanders himself, he kind of scared me, so I shot him. We eventually got in a car and started exploring more. It brought me back to the days of Simpsons Hit and Run on the PlayStation 2. But yeah, we opened up our minimap and we saw Marge, and we're gonna eliminate her to see what she drops.
In this way.
Marge drops the mythic P90 and a chug jug. I hear fighting in the distance and I want to put it to good use, so I end up frying someone and I push in. I opened up my minimap again and I saw Jebediah's protective helmet. And so what it does is it obviously marks you on the map like you have a medallion. And if someone headshots you, as far as I'm aware, it does not do damage to you, but then the mythic will fly out of your inventory and it'll fall off your head. I can see it being actually really good in box fighting against good players if someone ends up shotgunning you close.
Who goes before the Lord of Darkness? And did you bring snacks? Aha!
In my next game, after eliminating Homer and him dropping the mythic tactical shotgun, I realized the cool Easter egg is you could pickaxe a statue, and that's how you get Jebediah's helmet.
It's that team up Jebediah Springfield.
Other cool things I learned is that there's some really good heals this season. We have new vending machines that look like this. You can capture control points for loot every game. And look at what the flag says. So you get some decent loot from it, not bad. Another Easter egg I noticed is that this popped up. And again, don't quote me on this, but I think this event that I'm going to, it does not spawn every game. I think the text that shows up on the battle bus every game will dictate what event is going to pop up. Or maybe it's completely random. I still have to do some more digging once I get more time with the new season. But in this game, the power plant was highlighted and we had a puzzle to solve with a limited amount of time to do so as well. I honestly couldn't figure out what to do, and I asked an Epic dev, and they said they weren't going to tell me. They wanted me to figure it out for myself. So if you guys ever figure it out when the new season drops, come back and comment down below and let me know. Now, after I made it back in zone, I did some more exploring and I found the Quickie Mart where Apu normally is. And again, just the attention to detail inside and all the unique assets and textures. You could tell Fortnite really did put a lot of time and effort into creating this, and it's only for 30 days, which blows my mind. I eventually realized the final two players were AI, so there was two things I wanted to test. Can you do damage through the glass of windows? We're about to find out. So you can, in fact. And the next thing was I wanted to get hit with a headshot to see what happens to my helmet. Mind you, it's probably a lot better against someone using a shotgun when they headshot you for what would be like a 200 pump, because I assume it would absorb that shot, but we're trying with AI. And there we have it, A-Team. I'll be live streaming the Fortnite Simpsons live event this Saturday. And then right after downtime is the new season this Saturday as well. If you guys do want to support me for the brand new season, code NICK830, no spaces, please and thank you. Keep on being awesome, A-Team, and I will see you all in the next one. Hey!